Welcome back students to our geometry class. Chapter 1 Similarity Practice Set 1.1. Okay students, so in our earlier video we studied about the three properties of the ratio of the areas of two triangles, and I also mentioned you all to write it in your notebook. Before we proceed, I would like to discuss with you all the deleted portion for this year. So you can take your textbooks and we will discuss the deleted portion for chapter 1. In chapter 1, page number 8, on page number 8, the activity which is there at the top is cancelled, and just below that, let's learn property of an angle bisector of a triangle is cancelled. Then on page number 9, the entire page is being cancelled. Page number 10, the entire page is being cancelled. On page number 11, remember this, the third and the fourth point is cancelled. On page number 12, the solved examples, example number 2 is cancelled. On page number 13, the activity which is at the top is cancelled, and in practice set 1.2, the first sum is cancelled. On page number 14, sum number 3, 5, 6 and 7 is being cancelled. On page number 15, sum number 8, 9 and 11 is being cancelled. Then we come to page number 28. On page number 28, sum number 8 and 9 is being cancelled, and on page number 29, sum number 10 is being cancelled. This is for chapter 1. In our last video, I also discussed the activity on page number 3. Before I start with 1.1, let me tell you some very important thing about the activity sums. These kind of sums do come in the question paper. Now, if you look at the sums, they look very simple. That you will find that they have boxes and you just have to fill the boxes. Yes, they are simple. But when you solve these kind of activity sums, you have to be very particular when you are writing the answer in that particular box. Second thing, you have to write the entire sum. For example, you get this first sum in your exam. So you will draw the figure and you will write everything here. Okay, and you will make the boxes, and in the box you will write the correct answer. So you will not miss out on anything. It is not that since only boxes are there, so you will write only that statement. You have to also draw the figure, whatever is there in that particular activity sum. You are going to mention everything in that. And you are going to rewrite in your answer paper. So you will draw this figure, you will write this, and then you will make the boxes and write the correct answer in those boxes. Then you will also observe one thing, that in the activity sums, certain steps of calculation are missed out. They don't give all the steps of calculation. In that case, you have to do the calculation in the rough and then put your answer in that particular box. In my last video, I explained you all how AM upon AM, the answer is 1. But it doesn't mean you are going to cancel and show the answer. No cancelling anything in the activity sums. You're just going to put the correct answer in the boxes, and as it is given in the question paper, you're going to write the question. So no cancellations in the sum. If you have any calculations, you will do those calculations in the rough, and then you will put only the answer in the box. This was all for the activity sums. Now we begin with our exercise or practice set 1.1. Look at the first sum. Base of a triangle is 9 and height is 5. Base of another triangle is 10 and height is 6. Find the ratio of areas of these triangles. Now, my dear children, they have not given any figure. Okay? But they have mentioned about the base, about the height and the area. So here in this particular sum, we have to assume. They have not given any triangle, they have not given any names. Okay? So we have to assume what will be the base, height and area of both the triangles. So let's start. So as I told you, first we have to assume the names of the base, height and area. So we start. Let the base, height and area of the first triangle be B1, H1 and A1 respectively. Now why I have mentioned first triangle? Because there are two triangles. Okay? And why I have mentioned here respectively, you must be aware of this. Respectively means the base, height and area. So for base B1, height H1 and area A1. Similarly, we will assume for the next triangle. So, let the base, height and area of the second triangle be B2, H2 and A2 respectively. Now, from this assumption, we will see what is given. So, base of the triangle is B and height is 5 of one triangle. So, B1 is 9, H1 is 5. And the base of another triangle is 10. So, B2 is 10 and height is 6. We have to find the ratio of the areas of these triangles. So, since we will see from the given that their bases are different and the heights are also different. So, we use the first property what we have studied in our first video, that is the ratio of the areas of these triangles is equal to the ratio of the product of their base and height. So from all this assumption, we can directly write, therefore, A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. Now you need to write the reason. So what you will write here? You will write the first property, that is the ratio of areas of two triangles is equal to the ratio of the product of their bases and corresponding heights. Okay, as I told you that you need to study these three statements what we have studied as those three properties. So you will write this entire statement here. Now we will substitute. Therefore A1 upon A2 is equal to, what is B1? 9. H1 5. B2 10 and H2 6. Now whatever you can cancel, we will do the cancellations. 3 2s are, 3 3s are, 5 1s are, 5 2s are. Okay, so we get 3 1s are 3 upon 4. So what is the ratio of the areas of this triangle we have got? 3:4. Now it is very important when you complete a sum to write the final answer. So you will write, therefore the ratio of areas of the triangles is 3:4. This we finished with our first sum. I hope it is clear. Now we proceed to the second sum. If you look at the second sum, in figure 1.13, this is the figure, BC is perpendicular to AB and AD is perpendicular to AB. BC is 4, AD is 8. Then find the area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle ADB. Now first, perpendicular sign is already given. We will just put the value what is given here of BC is 4 and AD is 8. Now, look at the figure before you proceed. When you look at the figure, you will observe that in this triangle ABC, BC is the perpendicular on the base AB. And in this particular triangle ADB, AD is the perpendicular on base AB. So in both the triangles, the base is same, that is AB. So here we can use the property what we have studied with equal bases. So we start. Here given is BC is perpendicular to AB, AD is perpendicular to AB, BC is 4, AD is 8. This is all given. And we have to find area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle ADB. Since both the triangles are having equal bases, the ratio of their areas is equal to their corresponding heights. So what is the height of ABC? Triangle ABC, BC. And what is the height of triangle ADB? That is AD. So the ratio of the areas of the triangles with equal bases is equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. And that you need to mention here. Okay. Now we will substitute because we know BC and AD both we know. So BC will put 4 as it is given and AD as 8. Okay, we can cancel this. That is 4 ones are 4 twos are. So what is our final answer? Area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle ADB is equal to 1 upon 2. So this becomes your final answer. Now look at the third sum. In adjoining figure 1.14, segment PS is perpendicular to segment RQ. Segment QT perpendicular to segment PR. If RQ is 6, PS is 6 and PR is 12, then find QT. Now we come to the figure. PS perpendicular to RQ. So we see a PS perpendicular to RQ. QT perpendicular to PR. QT perpendicular to PR. Okay. And then they have given us RQ as 6, PS as 6 and PR as 12. Now, we have to find QT, students. If you look at QT and if you look at triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, QT is the height on the base PR. Okay. So if we have already learned in earlier standards, area of a triangle. Area of a triangle, we know that it is half into base into height. Okay. Now, in this area of triangle PQR, which is equal to half into base into height, if we know the area of this triangle, okay, we know the base, okay, we can find the height. So in triangle PQR, if we know the area, base already we know that is PR, we can find the height QT. But from where we will get the area of triangle PQR? Look carefully. This triangle PQR is an obtuse angle triangle. Okay. And from this vertex P, there is one perpendicular drawn. So if you look at triangle PQR, PS is also the perpendicular for this triangle, for the base PQ. Okay. So if we take triangle PQR with height PS, the base is RQ. So height and base, if it is there, we can find the area. So let's begin and see how we can proceed. So triangle PQR, when we take the height as PS, which is equal to 6, and when we take the base, which is RQ, which is also 6. Therefore, we find the area of triangle PQR, which is equal to half into base is RQ, height is PS, which is equal to half into RQ 6, PS 6. 2 ones are, 2 3s are. So, which is equal to 6 3s are 18. Since it is area, we will write as square. But since they have not given any units, we will write it as square units. So we have got area of triangle PQR as 18 square units. This we can use in the same triangle PQR, taking base as PR and height as QR. So in the same triangle PQR, Let us take the base as RP, okay, which is equal to 12, and height as QT, which we have to find. And area of triangle already we know. So, therefore, area of triangle PQR is equal to half. Now, we take the base as RP and height as QT. Area we have just found here, that is 18. So, substitute it as 18. Half. RP is 12 and QT we will find. Okay, if we know everything, we can find QT. So, therefore, this here we can cancel 2 ones are, 2 6 are. So, it is 18 is equal to 6 into QT. Now, 6 when I shift to the other side, it becomes divided. So, QT is equal to 18 upon 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18. Therefore, QT is 3. So, this is asked to find QT 3. It will not have any units because they have not given units. You can just simply write 3 units. I hope you are clear with this sum. Now we proceed to the fourth sum. Look at the sum. In a joining figure, AP is perpendicular to BC and AD is parallel to BC. Then we have to find the ratio of the area of ABC and area BCD. Okay. So what we do is, we just show this perpendicular. Now, come to the figure. They have given AD is parallel to BC. Okay, and AP perpendicular to BC. Which two triangles we have to take the ratio of the areas? ABC and BCD. In order to find this, we should know the base and the height to use the properties what we have studied. Now, before we start with this sum, let me tell you one thing, that when the vertices of the triangle lies on the parallel lines. Okay. What is the vertex of triangle ABC? ABC. And what is the vertex of BCD? BCD. So both the triangles, the vertices lie on the parallel lines. When the vertices of the triangles lie on the parallel lines, then the distance, the perpendicular distance of both the triangles is equal. Okay. So remember this about the parallel lines. So now, since the vertices of both the triangles lie between the, or on the parallel lines, then their heights are same. Okay. So if you take the perpendicular height anywhere here, you will get it as same. So we will take the height of ABC and BCD as equal. Now what about the base? Height is always drawn on the base. So this is the height drawn on base BC. For ABC also BC is the base, and for BCD also BC is the base. So again, these are the triangles with equal base and equal height. So let's see. Before we begin, we need to mention about the parallel lines what I explained you. So we will write here triangle ABC and triangle BCD. They have same base, that is BC. Now we will explain how the heights are same. So we will write the vertices of triangle ABC and triangle BCD lie on the parallel lines. Which are those parallel lines? AD and BC. So hence the perpendicular distance between the two parallel lines is the height of the. So therefore the perpendicular distance between the parallel lines is the height of the triangles. Okay. So the perpendicular distance between these two parallel lines become the height of the triangles. Okay. And this distance between parallel lines is always same. Okay. Or we can write is constant. Okay. Anywhere you take a perpendicular, you take it here, you take it here, you take it here. Anywhere you take, it will be same. Therefore, we can say that triangle ABC and triangle BCD, they are the triangles which have same base and same height. And I have mentioned you earlier that the triangles which have same base and same height, their areas are also equal. Therefore, area of triangle ABC is equal to area of triangle BCD. Now we want their ratio. So if they are equal, their ratio will also be 1:1. We have done this as an activity sum. One of the activity sum we have done. The third sum what we solved as an activity sum, there also we got the answer as 1. So, since they want the ratio, we will write in this way. Is to area of triangle BCD. The answer is 1:1. Okay. Because their base and base also gets cancelled as they are same. Height and height also get cancelled because they are same. And that shows that the areas are same. When the areas are same, their ratios we get as 1:1. Are you clear with this? It is very important to mention everything here. You cannot just directly write that the area is same and therefore 1:1. You need to give the reason why their base is same, because they have not given the base is same. So you need to explain why their base is same from the figure and why the height is same. And after that you must explain that the areas are also equal. Okay. So here one more statement you can add, that the areas of triangles with equal base and height are equal. Okay. So instead of writing directly that the areas are equal, you can give a reason here. That areas of triangles with equal base and equal height are equal, and then you write this. Okay. It's good to give reason wherever it is possible. Now the last sum in this 1.1 practice set. in adjoining figure, PQ perpendicular to BC, AD perpendicular to BC, then find following ratios. They have shown the perpendicular with a perpendicular sign here. Now, there are many triangles you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we'll see that which they have asked. Accordingly, we will solve. Now, first one. Triangle, area of triangle PQB. Where is PQB? First, locate the triangle. Upon area of triangle PBC. So, the first. Okay. So, PQB. Here I locate and PBC. Look at these two triangles, PQB and PBC. Okay. In PQB, PQ is the height. Okay. And BQ is the base. In PBC, PQ is the height and BC is the base. So in these two triangles, height is same, the bases are different. So we will solve this. Area of triangle PQB upon area of triangle PBC. Now this is a condition of equal height. So the ratio of their areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. So what is the base of PQB? That is QB. And what is the base of PBC? BC. Reason you will write triangles with equal heights. Okay. You can give a reason, complete statement also, that areas of triangles with equal heights are proportional to their corresponding bases. Okay. Second one. Area of triangle PBC upon area of triangle ABC. So first locate the triangle PBC and ABC. If you look at PBC, PQ is the height and BC is the base. And if you look at ABC, AD is the height and BC is the base. So the base is same here. So this is a triangle with equal base. So the triangles with equal base, their areas are, the ratio of the areas are proportional to the corresponding bases. Now what is the base of PBC and ABC? So they have equal bases. So their ratio of the areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. So what is the height for PBC? PQ. And what is the height for ABC? AD. Okay. Since they have equal bases, so we'll write only this statement. Don't write twice. You can directly write the statement that this is the condition of areas of triangles with equal bases are proportional to their corresponding heights. Okay. Since their bases are same, the ratio of their areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. Third one, area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle ADC. Now we locate the triangle first, ABC and ADC. For ABC, the height is AD and base is BC. And for ADC, height is AD and base is BC. So in these two triangles, you will find the heights are same, that is AD, and bases are different. So if the height is same, the ratio of the areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. So in ABC, what is the base? BC. And in ADC, what is the base? DC. Okay. And again the reason, areas of triangles with equal height. The height is equal here and the height is AD, are proportional to their corresponding bases. It's very easy. That is, if the bases are same, then the ratio of the areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. And if heights are same, then the ratio of the areas are equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. Okay. The last one. There is ADC and PQC. Now look at ADC. Height is AD, base is DC. And look at PQC. Height is PQ and base is QC. The bases are also different and heights are also different. So the first property what we studied, that is the ratio of their areas is equal to the ratio of their products of their base. Now for ADC, what is the base? DC. And what is the height? AD. And for PQC, what is the base? QC. And what is the height? PQ. Okay? Because here the bases and heights are different. So, you will write the reason. Ratio of the areas of two triangles is equal to the ratio of the products of their bases and corresponding heights. Since here base and height is different, it will be ratio of the product of base and height. Is it clear? It's very simple. If you study the 3 properties of the last video, this sum will be very easy for you. And very important to write the reason wherever required. Okay students, with this we finished with our practice set 1.1. Homework. Complete the activity given on page 3 in your notebook and also complete practice set 1.1 in your notebook. Thank you.